I'm trying to remember why I was created. Or at least that's what I want you to think. Because amnesia sounds a lot better than just plain ignorance. Well, even ignorance is defined as a lack of knowledge. See, I'm just faking it. Pretending as if I don't know when really I do. I felt less than what my designer thought was best, so I suppressed who he supernaturally intended me to be, no lie. I got relaxed. And then I combined by weaving a little bit of his will with a whole lot of mine. So how do I look? Because I think I look good. Okay, so it's not his original design, but I have time to change. Fix any minor things that I may lack. It's not like he's coming back tomorrow. I mean, seriously, how long have we heard that these are the last days and times? It's the same old song. Now, is it just me, or do these last days seem to be lasting kind of long? I know I'm not perfect. I've had so many I couldn't count my falls. Niagara. But rather than responding to his call, I'd rather schedule him. Viagra. Whatever is wrong, I know that he can heal. But I want the cattle on 1,000 hills with the ability to grab the wheel while grasping onto my own, like Jacob to Esau's heel. His love and my love is based on how I feel. He loves me. He loves me not, like pulling petals off of flowers. I mean, yes, he's coming back, but no man knows the day or the hour.
Where have you been? I've been at the altar waiting for you to repent. What happened? You've
lost weight? Yes, I wanted to look good for you, so I haven't been eating my daily.
Bread of heaven is who I am, but I don't understand. I give you loaves of my word daily, but yet you choose to settle for the crumbs of commentaries. I
needed a makeover. Okay? No one was attracted to me. So I dressed up the gospel, stayed silent, seeing sin saturate sanctuary, shadowing with smoky eyes because you are love.
No. I am your cover, girl. I make up for all your lacks and deficiencies. See how we blend together so perfectly? No need for concealer, for I am the revealer of all. Don't you recall when I tore your veil?
Wait, so what are you saying? You don't like my lashes and you don't like my nails?
You don't understand. You don't understand that I took lashes for your lashes and nails for your nails. But if I'm not gaining your heart, then I'm just wasting time, because more than I want you to be outwardly beautiful, I need you to be mine.
Well, this is wonderful. Okay, so we're here now, so why don't we just get on with the ceremony?
Knowing that no one will be in attendance? You didn't extend any invitations, too busy thinking about the gifts and the reception that you forgot about my presence.
Presents? Dollar dances, quarters, nickels, and...
The world can keep their dimes. Pieces of silver don't impress me. Don't forget what happened to Judas.
You've just failed to see that I've changed. Okay, I admit I grew distant and lost sight of you, the absolute value. Missing the sign, so now at times with ignorance I co-sign, unable to stay away from tangents. I thought I had the right angle.
Look, I know your heart has been broken, but if you can just keep your eyes fixed on me, then I can repair us, and we will be one. No longer fractions being dominated by denominations.
No, I choose to stay divided like Palestinian nations.
Your fouls have been flagrant. Yes, your fouls have been flagrant, but I am positive that I am the one for you. But we will equal nothing if you continue to be the negative one in this equation.
Can't you sense my frustration? You are holy. So I have to impose what is legalistic. Making appeals for what you already acquitted, obsessed with overruling your objections, purposefully plucking purpose.
Practicing pride, professing prosperity, prosecuting people persistently. And when you became the judge, you took away the saint's defense. And see, you've silenced the miraculous testimony of my witness so that no one is ever convicted. Yet so many of my children have been turned away from life because you condemned them with your death penalty sentence.
Not all of them, which reminds me about their entrance. So in the Lamb's Book of Life, there are some names that you might have skipped. So with attendants, I stamped their wrists so they could get in. The VIP section, we don't address their sin. Neither do we condemn, because bouncers don't trip on those who abundantly give. Besides, all their praying grandmothers had a +1 on the list.
Well, tell them they won't see me by visiting you routinely. I need you to be the example that you need relationship with me. You are far more than stained glass windows, pulpits, pews, and singers. Because if you want to see my church, then please just look in the mirror.
But you wanted me to be fine, righteous, perfect, and eloquent. But this land seemed desolate and needed development, so I exceeded your budget and withdrew from Tyra's bank, continued to remodel, staying culturally relevant. Oh yeah, my girl Isis called. She said that beheadings and persecutions came, and you haven't made yourself evident.
I told you that I would never leave thee or forsake thee.
Yeah, I hear you, but I had immediate needs.
But you promised that you would wait for me.
Wait for you?
By the way, what happened to your ring?
My ring?
You don't remember the ring when I brought you out of darkness into marvelous things? You wear it in you, not on you. It was my spirit, my sign to remind you and your ex who you really belong to.
My ring, I pawned for money to get back to who I thought was my first love. He spoke to me with words so sweet. He waved, and I feel the sureness of my wrong decision shifting my view. He wanted me to sea breeze so I could forget where the sun sets next. I was convinced that I didn't need to repent of my sin. He told me that he could wash me with his tide that was coming. The weather was pleasant on that Atlantic surface, but as I got closer to his core, the temperature drastically changed. Yes, I contracted an STD. He burned me at 9,800 degrees. He was my earth. He was my world. And I'm sorry to tell you, but there's more.
Did you think I wouldn't notice the symptoms and the signs? And your unexplainable cravings for sin of all kinds? You even had trouble sleeping.
Yeah, weeping may endure for the night, but joy did not come in the morning sickness. With you as my witness, me take the pill for the morning after. Coincidentally located next to my box of alabaster. I was too ashamed to bring forth an alabaster.
Stirred lies of wicked men's tongues started deceiving you. Then automatically planted the seeds of deceit in you. And when you became pregnant with falsehood, it became impossible to conceive the truth.
The truth? Yeah, the truth made me free, but I ran back to what was comfortable. Being enslaved, a mind depraved. I'm sure you don't want me now. I'm not worth the price you paid.
They flogged me with whips that left my flesh stripped. They beat me with their instruments rhythmically that caused my skin to bleed symphonies. I can still remember the hooks like a chorus, and those weren't just 66 letters, those were musical scores that kept us on one accord. And for you to always have the right keys to unlock my heart's doors.
I just wanted a sample. But repeat sin like looping 8 bars on my own tempo I embarked. Instead of following your instrumentation, I drowned out your heartbeat of timpani and strings of harmonies. Ignored the woodwinds of your spirit. If your trumpet sounds, I wouldn't hear it, or even a brass ring, because I've laid tracks and tracks of a cappella so I can hear myself sing. Majoring in minor has got me scratched like broken records, causing my life to stutter. I'm a false instructor pretending as if I'm watching the conductor. I'm too unlawful to be your wife and probably would never recover.
My will was put to the test when I had to choose to leave heaven to escape in glory or bear torment upon my flesh. You were the reason that I embraced the old rugged cross like my child who was long lost. Mary, my own mother, couldn't even recognize the disfigured face of her son. Me was what I gave you when I said at Calvary that it was done. I told you I loved you. How much? Well, I showed you. You call it a crucifixion, but I call it a proposal. Now, will you marry me? You don't need a third party. You have direct access to me. And we never have to worry about forgetting our anniversary because I have yet to see a calendar marked with a date for eternity.
I need your...
Grace and mercy is what I lavish upon you. There is a recession for my presence. I see the demand, so I supply the need that your heart commands. And then some cry
over spilled milk. I weep over
spilled blood, which could never be measured in pints to count
my love was contingent on what was instant.
I knew I had to come
to repentance.
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Father, forgive me, for I know not what I've done. I'll get myself together. I'll clean myself up.
Please, allow me. I'm the only one who can make you clean. Without spot, without wrinkle, without blemish. There. Surely your bridesmaids' goodness and mercy will follow you. It is finished. It was you who I chose, even though I called many. I am coming back for you. But will you be ready?
Or not? To remember why